Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the 10-Minute Round. I am your host. My name's Alex. I will be breaking down UFC 307 in this one. Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree. It's going down in Salt Lake City. There's going to be some soaking going on over the weekend. Probably a lot of soaking. Depending on who wins, the Mormons might even move a little bit. Who knows?
Oh, Chama.
Alex Pereira is defending his title against the number... Hold on. Let me scroll down a little bit. The number 8th ranked light heavyweight, Khalil Roundtree. Was no one else available? What's Magomed Ankalaev up to? Is he training for like a pickleball tournament? What's going on? Anyway, okay, so Alex Chameleon Pereira is fighting Khalil Roundtree. Okay. All right. I guess that's what we're going to do. Despite the kind of weird matchmaking to give Khalil Roundtree the title shot off of a win of like Anthony Smith, it should be a good fight, I suppose. I mean, it's two strikers. Khalil's definitely not going to go for a takedown. I would say, obviously, I think anybody would say that Alex Pereira is the better striker. You know, they both have knockout power, so I guess it can be like a little tense, a little exciting while it's going down because, you know, it only ever takes one. We're wearing small gloves. We're big guys. Khalil Roundtree has a good counter shot. The only thing that I don't like about Khalil's striking is he tends to get pretty wide with it. Except, you know, when he does counter, he has a really nice, like, left hand just straight down the pipe. So who knows, man? All it takes is one. If he can land that punch against Alex Pereira, it's lights out. You know, Alex Pereira could just be laying on his back, staring up at the lights, and asking the referee.
Chama.
But overall, if you ask me how I think this fight is going to go down, I think Alex Pereira is going to take it for sure. He's big. He's got the range. He's got the striking. He's got the pressure for one. He can back Khalil into the cage to kind of give him less exits, kind of, you know, make it much harder for him to dodge those shots. And I think Alex can, you know, potentially put him out. If anything plays against Alex in this one, you know, we're fighting at altitude. He's had a really busy schedule where he's doing these training camps for these championship fights back to back to back to back. You know, we've seen that kind of work against people before. Otherwise, like, maybe he's underestimating Khalil Roundtree, but, you know, otherwise it should be business as usual for Alex. I still want to see him fight Magomed Ankalaev. I think that's the hardest test in the entire division for him. I don't really like this idea of him going up to heavyweight. You know, I know he said he's going to make 185 and fight DDP. You know, I guess I wouldn't mind to see that one either. I definitely don't want to see the heavyweight one, though. I don't care to see him fight John, because if John wins by taking him down, then it's just kind of pointless. But, you know, we'll see what happens, man. This fight just seems like business as usual. Now, before I absolutely take a shit on the co-main event on this fight card, I do want to highlight that there are some good fights. We do have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson facing Joaquin Buckley as the the prelim main event. That should be a good fight. Joaquin Buckley is trying to kind of drum up some bad blood, saying that Stephen Thompson's not so nice behind the scenes. I don't know if I believe that, you know, but it is what it is. It'll make for a good stylistic matchup. And Wonderboy's getting up there in age too, so, you know, we'll see if he's still got the magic. Other than that, my boy Jose Aldo is fighting. Old man Aldo, just out here sitting on his front porch. He's got the tobacco pipe in his mouth, you know, rocking back and forth on the rocking chair. Phone call. His wife picks up. Honey, it's the UFC. Wanting to know if you'll fight another young buck. Old Aldo gets up, puts on his hat, just and goes to answer the call, you know. His last fight, he beat Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez, good fighter, you know. Definitely not like the elite guys with Jonathan Martinez, and now he's fighting Mario Bautista. But they are good, like, up-and-comers. They're just not as established yet, where, like, you may have not heard of them. but it should make for a good fight. Aldo's 38. You know, he's had some success, man. His last loss was against like Marab, who's the champion. And even then, like when he fought Marab, he made Marab go for like 0 for 16 on takedowns. Not to mention, I thought he won the first 2 rounds. Aldo kind of outstruck him the first 2 rounds. So just the fact Marab just got it just off of pure pressure, but he never successfully took Aldo down. So who knows, man? Aldo might be, 2 wins away, 1 win away. Probably another one after this one. Probably like a more high profile guy if he can win that. But if Marab's still a champ, maybe he can work himself back into like title contention just off the merit of their first fight. So we'll see. Kayla Harrison is also on this card. I do want to talk about Kayla Harrison, but I kind of want to do it while I'm talking about the co-main event. She's fighting Ketlen Vieira, which is another test. Kayla, though, the test is the weight cut. We have to see if she can make 135 consistently. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland, another good fight. I think it's the pay-per-view opener. Kind of two, I don't want to say mid-level middleweights, but, we're going to find where these guys stand in the middleweight division after this one. And, Kevin Holland always going to talk his shit. So now reluctantly, now it is time to talk about the co-main event. Raquel Pennington is defending her bantamweight title against Juliana Pena in a fight nobody cares to see. In a fight where we're drumming up some like manufactured drama from over a decade ago from the Ultimate Fighter season. Other than that, like the bantamweight division, the women's bantamweight division is in like shambles right now. Ever since Amanda Nunes cleaned it out, she cleaned it out, retired. You could argue, yeah, she had that loss to Juliana Pena, but here's the thing about that fight. Juliana Pena won. You can't take that away from her. She beat Amanda Nunes, the women's GOAT, But it just didn't seem like even that night she was the better fighter. It was more of a lapse in strategy from Amanda, where Amanda was just trying to dump all of her energy into taking her out as quickly as possible. And to Juliana Pena's credit, she was a little more durable than Amanda anticipated. Amanda blew her wad, her lady wad, didn't have enough in the gas tank to kind of put her away, to kind of, and Juliana Pena came back. She came back strong. She was beating her in the stand-up, took her down, choked her out. So she got the win. Hey, she's champion. Can't take that away from her. However, in the rematch, the skill gap was very apparent. Amanda just dominated that fight, and that's kind of what you expected to see when Amanda came in with like a sensible strategy. So the reason that Juliana Pena is in this fight maybe is off of that Amanda Nunes win. Maybe if it's off, like, she talks shit, but it's like, it's not good. It's not good shit talk. So there is that, because if it wasn't for that, like, she's won 2 fights in like the past 4 years. She's not very active. The skill level of women's bantamweight right now, man, just doesn't seem good. Like, there's a reason that Kayla Harrison is on this card. It's because Kayla Harrison is going to fight before these 2 girls. She was the PFL champion. She's just a Hulk of a woman. She's like She-Hulk over here. And they want Kayla Harrison to absolutely crush Ketlen Vieira so we can kind of vault her into that women's bantamweight title shot. Raquel Pennington, current champion, but, she's kind of a decisionator. It's not really putting people away, just kind of, she's boxing up people. She had a nice bulldog choke once, but she's not a very like inspiring champ. It kind of just seems like we're waiting for the UFC to prop Kayla Harrison into the championship role. We have to see if she can make weight regularly, because that is a big thing. Kayla Harrison, big girl. She used to fight up as high as like 155, I believe. I don't know. Other than that, man, it seems like if she wanted to, Valentina Shevchenko could move up in weight and beat either of the 2 title contenders. Or, as far as like Raquel and Juliana, So there's just not a whole lot there. It's just a fight that has to be put on because that belt has to be defended. So it's a dog shit co-main event. Let's be honest. It's awful. If like somebody were to knock on my door while they're introducing the girls and like they were like, hey, Alex, this 97-year-old man, is down the street trying to achieve an erection using only the power of his mind. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to look at the results of the fight later, you know? So, this is another episode of the 10-minute round. Had to kind of film this one pretty quickly because I got to get ready for my soul-crushing job. So, I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the fights. I'll do a recap after it's all said and done. Peace.